Hey, what's up? So today I wanted to talk to you about one very important aspect. If you are a coach looking to take your business to the next level, you've already gone through a lot of self-development, you've invested tremendously into yourself, and you're looking for that edge. You're looking to create yourself as a category of one in your niche. You're looking to stand out beyond the noise. Well, let's start with something that is so magical, in my opinion, and my experience in the coaching industry of over 7 years, serving across multiple different niches and making multiple 6 and 7 figures in multiple different niches, is something that is actually invisible to some extent. And that is accessing an identity of a transcendent state of being. I'm sure a lot of you have heard the phrase be, do, have, but let's really break that shit down.
You don't even know how bad it got. So much say I'm one only. So much say I'm one only.
So the first concept that I teach my clients is a foundational understanding of principles that apply to all people at all places at all times is this concept that we learn from the Tao, and that is to own your intention while being free from the outcome. It's super important to be aware of this because that's the only reason why you may not be making your financial impact goals and may not be allowing yourself to experience the power that you truly have in the present moment. So, the first concept is this polarity concept of owning your intention while being free from the outcome. Okay? And in this society, we live in this matrix of people, systems telling us that our value in capitalist society is based on what you look like, and it's based on what you have. Okay, and a lot of people can get stuck in this. Okay, even some of my highest level clients who are very attractive and they have a lot of money, 8, 9-figure entrepreneurs. But why is it that they cannot communicate when the moment matters? Why is it that they get stuck in their head? Why is it that they filter everything they're saying when in a high pressure situation, or when it just comes to accessing their confidence, their core confidence that is truly invisible? It truly goes beyond and transcends looks and money. Okay, and I know this is true because I can't tell you how many times where I've learned from mentors who are not the best looking, and they're doing business with other more successful people, and they're running circles around those people. Well, it's because they're really amazing communicators. And if you want to win in a business in a collaborative way, you gotta know how to access these transcendent states of being, because this is the first step of my 3-step process to being able to unlock your potent leadership, your authority and voice, while allowing yourself to truly enjoy the journey moment to moment to moment. The first concept out of these 3 concepts that we're gonna go through today is that the reality is that you and I, we're not gonna be here forever. So many people live like they have all the time in the world and limited resources, when in fact, the opposite is true. You have limited time here, and you also have infinite access to resources because you are the resource. Every dollar you made came from you, through you, and you're always resourced if you are connected to source and you are connected to the concept of oneness, beyond the fabrication of scarcity and beyond the fabrication of separation. Okay, so just play this thought experiment. Imagine that you are a baby now and you've got, let's just say, 60 years to live. If you're 30 years old right now and you know that the average human lifespan, we all know biohacking and technology and AI may, help us to live longer, stem cells and all that stuff. But let's just say 90 was the day when you move on to the next life? Well, that means that you've got 60 years to live. So you're a baby and you've got this disease that guarantees that you're not going to be here in 60 years. Well, that shows us that the past is more or less a lie. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to spiritually bypass and not do the trauma healing. Okay, this is highly, highly important from my experience as a hypnotherapist. Okay, I also really have served 1,200 clients as hypnotherapists and have seen all of it when it comes to the deepest wounds of unworthiness or unlovability or I'm not enough or maybe I'm too much. That's the root cause at the subconscious level. But I really want to invite you into seeing that even tomorrow, something could happen, God forbid, knock on wood, and you won't be here. And so if you're able to access that level of presence and that deep appreciation for what is and what you do have, I know that you're going to be ready for the next step. And the next step is owning your intention. And then step 2, which is the one, like, let's just say it's the 2.2 step, is being free from the outcome. Now, being free from the outcome is the polarity of owning your intention. And let me ask you a question. Is there a secret hidden part of you, and most coaches struggle a lot with this, that doesn't want to win, that doesn't want to make more money, that doesn't want to have an abundant, loving life, that doesn't really want people to respond positively to your message, to the gifts that you have to share with the world? Is that maybe something that you have not yet considered? Is that you have one foot on the gas, metaphorically, and one foot on the brake? Is there a part of you that secretly doesn't want to be wealthy? Let's just put it that way. And conscious at that. Now, once you just resolve that bias that you may or may not have in your head to getting to your next level, okay, we've taken coaches from 0 to 6 figures, 6 figures to 7 figures, just like myself in multiple different niches. I've accomplished that. A lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, a lot of integrity, a lot of trauma healing, and a lot of learning systems. But it's definitely possible for you too to have those types of results in your coaching business. But once you own that intention and you say, you know what, this is it. It's not a goal, it's a destination. It's an assumptive frame of collaborative winning. And then from there, it's about accessing that transcendent state of being by also being free from the outcome. And I know that whatever your biggest next leap is of accomplishment, your next level is not going to complete you, because I know that every time that you have taken a risk, it paid off, and you got what you wanted, your ego was definitely on to the next thing. So that's how we know that your next big leap accomplishment is not going to complete you. So you can start manifesting from a place of pure joy, from a place of wholeness, honoring the low vibration and not pedestalizing the high vibration. Okay, this is how people get into resistance, is they're judging the low vibration and then they bully themselves, pressure themselves to be in high vibration. Here's the deal. You don't need to be high vibration to make a lot of money. You know why? Because I have a lot of clients who are starting off with us as lower vibration and celebrities, even look at them, right? Famous athletes. They're not the highest vibration. Maybe tech founders, right? I've had clients, private clients who are tech founders. They're heavy vibration. They seem to have no qualms about manifesting a lot of money really easily. Okay, so that's how I know that that is not true. And I also know that selling isn't selling your program. Selling is helping your audience to see that the best chance at arriving at their desired outcome is by seeing things from your point of view. That is it. Every great entrepreneur was an amazing salesperson. And you can avoid that all you want, but at the end of the day, sales is just conscious leadership. It's being able to understand what motivates people, why people make choices, who is the person behind the person, and what drives human behavior. There's a certain level of human respect that you can have for human nature, for honoring these and using these principles ethically. But when you truly free yourself from the outcome, it becomes about the love of the game, the love of the beautiful salsa dance. Because when you're in that flow of owning your intention and being free from the outcome, you end up quantum leaping and the moment, the eternal moment opens up and you begin to change the channel on your own identity to access those transcendent states of being. This is something we deeply train in our coaching communities as well. Okay? Now, the last phase is to truly bootstrap yourself up, even if the losses are piling up. If it just comes disappointment, resentment, self-pity, victim, all over the place, and you just can't quite make things happen, you still feel stuck, you still feel stagnant, and you can't just take that transcendent execution to the next level consistently. Hey, maybe there's some more healing to do, but maybe it's time to just let yourself take some massive action. And this is going to break off this aspect called decision-making fatigue. When you take massive action, and it's messy action, what ends up happening is that you actually shut off the thinking mind, and that action begins to open up a new level of clarity. Now, obviously, you don't want to be moving in the wrong direction. Excuse me. You want to actually work with a mentor who can guide you so you can avoid mistakes, ideally, because that's a big reason why I invest tens of thousands of dollars every single month into myself. And I don't expect people to understand why I do that. I just want to. I choose to. Because I think that a lot of coaches wait to be stuck when they invest in themselves. And you don't need to be stuck to invest in yourself. It's actually great to just have momentum and invest in yourself, okay? But that's just my perspective. When you truly take that massive action, you stop identifying with the success or stuckness of your business, you will begin to just allow yourself to be who you actually are, okay? Isn't this a big reason why we all came to this planet, to discover what our inherent unique gifts are and our unique message to share? And I truly believe it's not about finding the perfect strategy, perfect niche. I already know all the ones that are working now, but truly, it's about leveraging your super gift talents and knowing exactly how to package and position them to the market so that it's authentic to you, but it's also going to be effective in the context of the coaching industry. And we've helped clients get to 50 and 100K months with multiple different types of business models. It just depends on what you vibe with, okay? And if you want to find out more about that, download the video, click the link below, and check out that free training we do on how to create high-level groups and raise your prices of one-on-one and be able to communicate value much more effectively. But when we move into the third phase of accessing that transcendent state of being is the lower self-motivation, the day-to-day self-motivation, and the higher self-motivation. The lower self-motivation is something that I kind of laugh at because it's just basically your petty little motivations. You want to prove your parents wrong, maybe some of you. Maybe you want to prove your ex wrong, and you want your ex to just watch you win and win and win and win and just continue to just win. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? That's going to help you spur yourself into action. It's just not something that you want to be living from. In addition to that, there's also material motivations, and I also find that a lot of spiritual coaches that we work with need to just stop wronging themselves and being just self-absorbed and self-concerned. They're like, I don't want to have, it's not about the money, it's not about the money. I think that's just a moral superior high ground that a lot of people in the spiritual community tend to pull like as a card to say it's not about the money. Well, you know what? In my opinion, you can be spiritual and be rich also. But most people would prefer to be right than consciously rich and actually make a difference in the world. But it's okay for you if you want that lifestyle. You want to be traveling the world. I've done it twice and got that out of my system. But it's okay for you to want to travel in luxury. It's okay for you to buy a nice car, a new home, upgrade your living space. It's okay to buy nice clothes, to have better branding photo shoots and invest in yourself at a higher level with top A-player coaches and have generational wealth stewardship. That's okay. A lot of our community loves that. But you just don't want to live there, because I have high-level clients who are honestly just owned and controlled by the spirit of money, and they are making money their god. Instead of making God their god, they're making money their god, and ironically, they just keep burning out because they're pedestalizing money and making it a bigger deal than them. So let's allow yourself to just own those desires, but just not live from those desires. I truly believe that your soul came here for these higher purpose, transcendent intentions, this higher motivation, where it has nothing to do with anything in the material world. It has to do with your higher spiritual reason as to why you came to this planet, to share God's mission in your own unique way. For me, it's to create more connection, freedom, and amplify people's voice, abundance, and liberty in the name of love. And to truly contribute more to the kids. I really do believe that we all have these scared kids inside of all of us that just want to be seen and just want to be honored and respected and just loved for who they are, not what they do or what they have. And so that's my mission. That's part of my mission, to truly help others to see that they have their inner kid, that there are so many kids in this world that do need our help, that do need us to level the fuck up and just step into conscious leadership now so that we can create more collaborative vibes in the world and truly just share our love in our unique way so that there can be less suffering in the world and more awareness on the planet. So I hope that those 3 layers of motivations really inspired you, maybe made you more aware of the fact that you have way more energetic capacity that you even know consciously that you can tap into. We haven't even dove into the subconscious reprogramming work that I do with our clients, but there's a recording that I have on my channel. We'll do more of those for you. But I hope that this inspired you to really see that it is in fact about, number 1, just to recap, connecting with the now, maybe even playing with this idea that you are the present moment and that the past is a lie, that the future is just a self-fulfilling prophecy in the form of imagination, in the form of a memory from your future self, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. And then the owning of your intention, the being free from the outcome, letting yourself get lost in the action itself. This comes from the great spiritual text, the Bhagavad Gita. But truly owning your intention, being free from the outcome, and leveraging those 3 motivations, the lower self motivations, the petty little motivations, the day-to-day motivations, the material gain motivations, which is awesome too. It's pretty cool to have some awesome stuff, some cool stuff. It's just not where you want to live. And then those higher self motivations where you begin to become your own unique frequency in the world and begin to play from this higher purpose, this transcendent essence of overflow and abundance. So we'll talk to you soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get the bell notification when we do our next video. But I can't wait to see you again, and we'll talk to you very soon. Peace, power, and love.